Hello there, my name is Alex Silva. If you're new to this channel, welcome. In this place, I like to share the things I have learned about photography in general and flash photography in particular. In this video, I'd like to share with you how to use two flashes acting as a really big light source. This technique can be used for many different kinds of photography. In this case, I'm going to use it to shoot very small pieces of jewelry, specifically small silver pendants like this one. The images that I need to make of these pendants are product shots, so the background should be white. The pendants need to be surrounded by light. We don't need any shadows or anything like that. We want the images to show the details of the pieces, and that's pretty much it. However, since these are pendants, these should be hanging in the air. For product photography, many people use small light boxes, and they work nice. I don't really like them. I prefer to use or to make my own mini studios in order for me not to be constrained by the space in the box. For this setup, I decided to start by building a small seamless white background using a white heavy drawing paper. Well, of course, a big sheet of this kind of paper. I taped it to a very small V-flat that is not going to show in the image, and I taped the other edge of the sheet to the edge of the table. This way, the large sheet of paper won't move. Then I placed two very small V-flats, white V-flats, left and right of the camera. These V-flats had very small incisions on the edge, on the top edge, so they would hold thin colored ribbons. And then the pendants would hang from the ribbon crossing the seam. Now the light. The light is coming from two Godox TT685s using very small soft boxes. These soft boxes attach using a Velcro and an elastic strap around the flash head. And these are very small. They are, if I remember correctly, 8 by 10 inches. Each flash is on a light stand and a bracket and rotated so that the softbox is oriented in a portrait orientation. Here comes the trick for this setup. I need the light to be perfectly uniform in this case, and the flashes are on left and right of the camera, as you can see in the photo. So in order for me to have a uniform output from each of these identical flashes, I set both flashes to the same group. They are both in group A. So in the in the transmitter, I only need to send a signal to group A. In this case, I'm only going to send the zoom setting, which is set to 24 millimeters, the power setting, well, the mode, which is in manual, and the power settings, which is in 1/64th power. Considering the size of the pendants, these two 8 by 10 soft boxes are a huge light source. That makes sure that the pieces are completely surrounded by light. I shot with a Fujifilm X-E4 and my trusty XF35mm f1.4. However, I needed to be very, very close to the pendants, even closer than the minimum focusing distance of this lens. That's why I decided to use a macro extension tube. This way I could focus on the pendant, which was around probably 15 centimeters, let me check, around 6 inches from the sensor plane. The settings, as you can see in the image, were very simple, that ISO 200, f8, and 1/180th of a second, which is the top sync speed of this camera. This allowed me to ignore the ambient light and only capture the light coming from the flashes. As you can see in the original image, or in the straight out of camera image, the pendant is nicely focused and we can see the details of the pendant. However, because the flashes were so close to the pendant and still far from the background, the background was not completely white. So I need this to be brighter. That's why I decided to open the image in Lightroom and do some adjustment, specifically using the newest masking options in order for me to make some adjustments to the background only, increasing its exposure and its highlights value. I think I will explain some more of these new tools available in Lightroom in a future video. As you can see, making two flashes work as a larger light source is not rocket science. It's actually pretty simple. We only need to make sure that both flashes, or however number of flashes you're going to use, are all on the same group, so they all receive the same orders from the transmitter. As you saw in this case, this technique can be used for jewelry and it works great. However, you can use it for many other kinds of photography. Actually, I have also used this setup or something similar to it for fashion photography, as you will see in a future video. I really hope you found this video interesting, informative, but also entertaining. If that is the case, you can enjoy some more of my content or subscribe to the channel. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can do it by pressing the super thanks button, the one with the small heart. Please remember to stay safe, keep learning, and keep creating. And I'll see you in the next video.